to the chairman of this company to come forward with additional 3% what has been ascribed by the government of India to share the profits and to become a responsive and responsible jeweler. First of its kind, I would like to congratulate you, the chairman and dear friend Ashar Ji and Mr. Siraj Ji. And I keep meeting Mr. Elangavan all the time, the global head, and Shiraj Ji, Shirish, and my colleague Mr. Tulsi Srinivas, who is on the days. వారితో పాటు మలబార్ గోల్డ్లో పనిచేస్తూ ఉన్న వారి సిబ్బందికి ఈరోజు బాధ్యతలో కూడుకున్న అంశం విషయంలో వివిధ కళాశాలలకు సంబంధించిన ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ కానీ లెక్చరర్స్ కానీ వారితో పాటు ఈరోజు మలబార్ సిఎస్ఆర్ ఈవెంట్కి సంబంధించి దీనిలో పాల్గొంటా ఉన్న చిన్నారి విద్యార్థినులందరికీ వారి కుటుంబ సభ్యులందరికీ పాత్రికేయ సోదరులకు సోదరులందరికీ కూడా హృదయపూర్వకంగా నమస్కారాలు. ఐఎమ్ ఏ పొలిటీషియన్, నేను రాజకీయ నాయకుడిని. సో ఐ కీప్ మీటింగ్ మెనీ పీపుల్ from the day my journey starts. Many people keep coming to us, very bright young students or the parents who would like to make their children study. Every day at least one or two families or the kids comes to us stating that they are in short of funds to move forward in their academic journey. And I would like to anecdote a practical young girl who came to me and met me. She was holding her marks memo in her hand, and while I was moving out, I was asking her what happened. She said, I got good marks, I want to study. I want to become a doctor. Then after some time she became very quiet. And she said, my father can't afford my studies. And I still can remember her face. The bright young girl with a dream on her eyes, but she was afraid that her dream could stop because her family didn't have enough money to support her education. I told my staff to see what best can be done from our side. And in fact, we could able to do what best I can, not to the strength of Malabar or somebody. And as things goes by, this goes on in our story as a politician. Our life becomes busy, and of many years have passed. In one day, in one program, a young woman had come and saw me and asked directly, do you remember me? I said, I couldn't able to replace her or try to recollect where could I met her. She was a doctor holding her stethoscope, came down to me, and she was just telling me, you remember? She said, sir, many years ago I came with a memo to become a doctor. This was so sentimental and emotional. And I had no words to really tell. I understood that sometimes I was just telling, small act for me. Support can change the entire life, a life of that student and life of that family, and ultimately the community, ultimately the state and the nation, which is growing. And the credit was not mine, I'm telling you. The credit goes to the people like the Malabar Gold on a CSR initiative. The people like you have been educating about trying to do a small intervention in their academic careers. I would have helped a couple of people or numbers which may be below 3 digit or above 3 digit. But you have done much more. Today, the CSR event, which is supposed you are giving the scholarship for 5,000 odd students. And all these 5,000 students, I think they also have a dream to become a doctor or to become an engineer, to become an officer or to be a police officer or a teacher or a lecturer. They have a big dream. This small intervention, I think it's a big intervention, but this intervention will help them to gain confidence. That's important. The confidence which will make them to move forward in their journey, in their career, and that will help them in process to become what they would like to achieve. And corporate social responsibility, I always think that this is not a charity. That's what I was just hearing to Mr. Ashwarji. He was not thinking as a charity, he said that it's my responsibility. This initiative is a responsibility. That is their culture. And I sincerely congratulate Malabar Charitable Trust for not giving scholarship, but you are creating wings for those young girls to make their dreams come true. You are giving strength to the families, and you are giving hope to thousands of the families and to these young girls. One day these young girls will say, it all began because Malabar Charitable Trust believed in you. And I would like to certainly say that. I would like to mention, because the friends of the media are here, in 2021-22, CSR spending in India reached about almost 30,000 crore as per the Ministry of the Corporate Affairs. But today, after seeing the Malabar Charitable Trust, I believe that CSR means something more. Today they are creating confidence, they are lending absolute support, and they are making all these young students to rise, to become graduates, to become professional graduates, or to become the first officer in their family. And it is like telling a girl, and I would like to say, do not think small. And here, this small intervention is just creating a confidence in you. Do not stop. Your dream matters to us. And I would like to really ask for the corporate India too. All the time, many a time, most of the time, what I see in CSR, they measure how much CSR have we spent. As per the statute of the Ministry of the Corporate Affairs, I have rightly mentioned about 2% they have to spend. And they will be spending 2%, not knowing the impact, not weighing the impact, what they are trying to do in this process of their spending of this CSR. In fact, I think, I don't know much about other institutions, other corporate companies, but the spending more than what the statute or what the law dictates, I think it's only be done by Malabar. I always keep telling my what change did they bring in the society. They have to measure that one more girl have gone to school back. Did one more girl continue her education? Did one more family again felt there is some hope that they can carry on with the son or the daughter's education. And many a time I keep seeing the CSR spending, they take the audit report of their company secretary, did they complete the project? They don't see much in the impact they create. And the newest CSR, is thinking, did we change the life? This is simply, is not about spending on the project, but ultimately the impact are we creating in the society that we have to measure. Building a capital asset is not important. Building a school is not important, but helping a girl entering into the school is even more important. That's what we see here. For the past 70 years, we have created schools in each and every village. We have created the infrastructure. We have given the teachers. In some schools, teachers are more than the students. Again, we see that, my government, our Chief Minister, who is also holding the school education and education portfolio, always we think out how best we can rope in the young girls, young boys into the government institutions and create some trust and confidence in these institutions. And we are doing the same right now here for the past 2 years. Not only we are doing to see a quantitative change, I mean to say a quantitative change in trying to bring in some sort of an infrastructure development. We are also trying to create some sort of a qualitative development. I mean to say the teachers, the best qualitative teachers are given to the schools. And secondly, the quality of education imparted by the students or by lecturers are up to what the private education teaches or equivalent. And this is our job and responsibility, we are taking it, because the priority for our government is first education and secondly it's health. What the Malabar Charitable Trust is primarily doing on the educational front, spending crores of rupees in lending a support to the family and to the student, and see that their education is complete. I was talking to Mr. Alangovan the other day when he had come and invited me for this program. I was just asking him, this intervention or this noble cause of you will definitely support to certain extent. The Managing Director of India Operations, who is here with us today, who have come all the way to this program, I would like to mention here. A student over here, by this gesture of yours, would have reached to the last level, but still they need some sort of a small support. Please identify those students, because ultimately if you don't identify the last leg of the journey, it would be inconclusive in their career journey. Out of these 5,000 people whom you are lending your support, maximum 3 or 4 or 5 required the ending, the support what is being required. So constant monitoring, constant supervision, what these students are doing will help you out in creating a greatest satisfaction. What Hamidji is thinking, what Ashura was thinking, that will give a meaningful and rightful purpose. This is my only suggestion, because you should have seen so many programs like this, and I would like to really see that you giving a scholarship is a very important step. And I was just telling that make sure that scholarships becomes an education, confidence, and creating a future that truly matters. And all the girl students you hear, I'm speaking in English basically to see that how much they can absorb. In the end, I'll also speak in Telugu to see that few people would be understanding it more uh, properly. My dear young girls who are here, I want you to remember one thing. You are stronger what you think. Maybe you are from a small village. Maybe your parents are struggling. Maybe you are afraid about your future. But never think the future is decided by your problems. I can say that a future of yours is decided by your courage, by your confidence, by your will. So these are the three words you have to remember all the time to become successful and make your career. Don't be afraid of anything. There are a lot of societal issues coming in between. So think of your courage, think of your confidence, think of your willpower all the time. Think of a great legend who was our president of this country, Abdul Kalam ji. You know about this story? He sold newspapers. He wanted to study, he wanted to become a scientist. He has done it. Why it has made it happen? Because he has the courage to think that he can make it happen. Think of the Kalpana Chawla. Many people wouldn't have been known, it's been a decade and a half more. This young woman studied in one part of our country, from a small village. She thought of going into space one day. She made it happen. The girls who are sitting here who had a great dreams, dream it big, make it happen with all of courage. The Kalpana Chawla had made it happen, gone to United States of America. She joined the Space Research Organization and she is the first woman in the globe to go into the space. This is our dream. And you know about the great boxer Mary Kom. I was just telling all these few incidents why she was dreaming big to become a big great star in boxing from a small village. She could able to become the global champion in boxing. So all these three different sets of field, I was just initiating to say that you people, everybody has strength. Everybody has courage, but it should come out. Don't have inhibitions in life. You are just equivalent to a boy. You are just equivalent to any other friend of you or colleague of you who can do miracles.